Buffalo particularly. I'm just talking about Buffalo because I have issues, challenges with Buffalo as much as my heart is here.
The concept of this show, In These Truths, came to me, it was born out of community conversations about what Northland meant. So Northland's situated on the east side of Buffalo, and it's this space that's predominantly black. When I first moved to Buffalo, I was kind of told about that Main Street dividing line that is still sort of a racial dividing line in the city. And so, we had to kind of ask ourselves what it would mean to operate on the east side of Buffalo. And a lot of community members said, we want to see ourselves in this space.
I would say a majority of America, when it comes to blackness, assumes that it is homogenous, one. Secondly, it implies that there's only one note. Mm-hmm. You walk into a space and there's one long note. And that's not the case. That's not what makes music beautiful. That's not what makes a culture beautiful. It is the variety.
I grew up on the east side of Buffalo in the hood, and all that I heard was one note about where I come from. It's violent. It's all of these things that are negative, but you don't see the Miss Jones who looks out for the neighborhood. You don't see the cookouts and the barbecues where everybody come together even though they were just fighting the other day.
When has the Albright done an exhibition that featured all black artists? When has there been an opportunity for local black curators to curate at the Albright? As far as I know, the answer is never or not very often.
Just being able to have the opportunity to say, we exist, but we've been existing for a long time. I feel like that, in a sense, is the truth behind the black experience, if you will. Like, we exist and we're strong no matter what happens, no matter if you feel obligated or if you don't know we exist or not. If you're going to respect our art, our craft, and what we do and what we say, we will still exist. That's the truth of the matter. That is what these truths are.
One of the complaints about sometimes, institutions like the Albright is that it's a gatekeeper.
As you mentioned, gatekeeper, it should be like race, when you go to the Daytona, right? Like, there's a pacing car. There's a pacing car. If we're this great institution, what's the pacing car like? What is the pacing car doing to influence, outside of this space? So that's what makes it important now to have, this show with 23 fine African-American artists
all living
artists, right? And so I'm super excited about it, man.